In the greenhouse game, each week begins with 3 players entering the greenhouse, earning power in deciding who goes home each cycle. Players in the greenhouse designate which players are vulnerable at each week's banishment. Additionally, players are able to earn seeds, the in-game currency, and the vulnerable players can use those seeds to buy their way out of precarious situations. Alliances must be forged, lies must be told, and at the end of each cycle, someone has to go home. It's the ultimate game of negotiation. Do you strike now or save your power for later? Do you save a valuable ally or do you save your seeds? 13 enter, 1 will leave. This is the greenhouse. Alright everyone, it's time for another auction. I have 13 minutes on the clock. Good luck.
I am feeling like I was not expecting him to put Carlin up. Caitlin was not a surprise to me from Laura. But I don't know what way Brody's really looking at that choice.
Yeah.
He talked to you, right?
He did talk to me.
What did y'all talk about?
I mean, he still was saying.
Because I'm still like, he's still telling me like.
He was still saying us four. He was still saying us four, and
I don't know if I believe that. I think that right now he is watching out for us, but I don't know what the end game is. You know.
Yeah.
I'm still watching out for you, obviously.
Yeah.
And that was why nobody brought your name up this past round. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, but it's this round, and I knew they were going to go for Caitlin, but the next round they're going to go for me. I know it.
Why do you think that?
Because I think that Caitlin and I were close. Like, it had an obvious alliance with Lily, and I think that
I don't know if they're trying to pick everybody off like that.
I don't know.
My biggest thing is that I thought he was going to put Maddie up. That's what I assumed.
He said to me, Maddie, I think that he's more concerned about Carlin than he is about me.
The thing is that if he is having strange thoughts about Carlin and Patrick and all them,
yes,
it may be beneficial to continue planting those seeds of doubt deeper in his head about it as we move forward.
Yeah.
Because he is someone who is calling things in a way right now.
Sure.
Not calling things,
So
but
do you think
people
that
are
he's
listening to
trying
him.
I just don't know. I believe he's trying to get the 4 of us
I
to the end.
don't know if I believe that.
Who else would he take?
Johnny.
No.
Oh, it's me, you, him, and Johnny. I don't know. I really don't know.
Of these people, I don't know. Unless
I don't know where it
some kind of
lies.
secret alliance with Laura, but Laura, I was pissed off about that. And so please tell me your strategy as to why you chose to not take the power.
Mine? Because I thought it might be more beneficial to have these two, because there was nobody that I am like really hoping to put up in that moment. And I felt like I could trust Brody and Laura for that round to not put me up.
Okay.
Because I'm personally still trying to feel out where the house is sitting right now.
Yeah, I think it scared me to put Laura in power because I thought that she was going to say me. So I think that my reaction to her was a lot because I was like, well, she didn't put me.
But the first thing I did was went and checked in with Laura.
Yeah. I mean, I would love if we can be on the same page with Brody, but if I get screwed over, it's going to be...
I told him
I don't know.
I told him I will trust you for as long as you give me reason to trust you.
Yeah. He has been...
He has stuck to his word
He has
so far.
Yes, he has.
I know that will change at some point. I'm not dumb.
Right.
But
is it going to change with us 4 at the top?
I don't know.
The problem is he's going to take people with him that he thinks he can beat.
Okay, so this is the plan.
Okay.
I was told that they want to keep you and Victoria, and they want to get rid of the weaker players. So the idea is to get rid of Carlin this week and Maddie next week, and then we'll go for Patrick and then Laura. That is what was told to me. I'm giving you everything I know. I can't tell you if that's 100% true.
Yeah, totally. Well, I wonder what Brody is telling Carlin, like, because he was like, I talked to you. She knew that she was going up. Like, I wonder what he's telling her.
That,
You know.
that to me, I don't understand the logic.
Yeah.
But I have to believe it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Give him the trust.
Yeah.
So I talked with Victoria. I don't know if she filled you in and talked to you or not.
She didn't, but I did get some intel about me being safe.
I don't know how you're not. If
Okay.
Clay is voting
Okay.
out Carlin. Clay is the question mark because I know he
Okay.
trusts Carlin, but I think he also knows that Carlin trusts Patrick more than she trusts him.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
that was kind of my plan. Is like, hey, no matter what, whoever, as long as it's only one of us, it's not a problem this round.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 keep moving. Because I would like to do my order that I would like to see people going. And I just told Johnny this is first Carlin, second Maddie, third Patrick, and then Laura, and then it's all us.
Okay.
So, like I said, was not a shot at you. Was not a shot
listen.
at anybody. It just something I felt needed to happen.
I had my cry in the bathroom.
Are you that emotional? You did talk
No,
about crying.
I'm
Well, you did
kidding.
talk about. Okay. Well, you talked about crying this morning.
Did I?
You talked about like you're gonna cry if you're the first out.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh, maybe she's like really emotional. and I'm like just a huge terrible
No,
human.
I did think that I was afraid that I was gonna cry because sometimes when I get like nervous or like when the spotlight is on me in a situation where like it's awkward, like that is sometimes my like body's reaction,
gotcha.
and everybody would have been like, "This bitch."
If you do cry, just make sure Taylor gets it on camera.
Okay.
I cried once. He did not get it on camera.
Okay.
And he will never let me live it down.
All right, I'll make sure. But no,
Okay. Just making sure. I feel like a little bit worse, but it is still a game, and I'd be
yeah.
like, you know what, it's a game.
No, and here's the thing. I am tired enough that like there might be tears, but it ain't serious.
Good TV.
It
Good
ain't
TV.
serious. It's just because I'm like I haven't slept in 24 hours.
Oh, she's an actress.
I feel fine. I still feel good.
I still feel okay too.
Yeah, I feel like.
I didn't expect Brody to put Carlin up. He told me at the very last minute that was what he was doing.
Yeah, Carlin came up to me and she was like.
But I
"I'm
didn't.
going
I didn't
up."
get to hear his reasoning because they were pushing us
Yeah,
to.
I think they want her up
Do
as
you
a
know?
pawn. They want her up as a pawn. But my thing is, why wouldn't
She's not a good pawn.
I know. And why wouldn't?
If you're really trying to get Caitlyn out, like she's not a good pawn.
No, 1,000%. But I guess they didn't want to put Maddie up. But my thing was, why wouldn't they nominate Carlin with the sunflower? That way she gets the seed. If she's really a pawn, then that would be
What
the
do you mean
most.
she gets the seed?
She gets the seed from being nominated by the sunflower.
Oh, that's the thing.
She got nominated by the rose
Yes.
because apparently Brody made a deal with Victoria and Caitlyn and was unwilling to put them up, is what I've heard.
Interesting.
Yeah, look, I still feel really.
I knew that
I
he
still
was
feel
talking.
really-
I knew he was talking to Victoria. I didn't know about Caitlyn.
Yeah, so I don't know why that was a thing, but again, I still feel really good with you, and
You have loyalties with Carlin,
Carlin,
right?
and Carlin is
I
now.
said Carlton. So it's like
Carlton?
Carlin.
Carlin is like now really wary of Brody.
I know, and I'm gonna go talk to her. And
But again, like,
I have a seed I can give away. So if she's in
I
a
don't think
spot,
she- I don't think she
if
needs
she's
that,
in a
but if she
spot
has
where
mine and yours, though.
Okay, that's good.
I think we should be fine.
But she was looking at me weird, so I'm gonna talk to her just
I
to
think
see
she's
where her
just
head's
nervous because
at.
she felt good with Brody, and then in the competition, Brody's taking down her blocks,
I know, I
and then he's
saw
putting her
that.
up. I was like, Brody, like, why are you making an enemy out of someone who's
I know.
working with us? Because I thought it was gonna be us four. That's who I wanted. I thought us four could do some damage, like work together. But now I don't know how Carlin feels.
I mean, it was very much like that last round.
I know. That's why I'm very
But
confused. And then Johnny explained to me what happened over there, because I was not in the loop for that whole end discussion about Lily and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to be like filled in.
Yeah,
'cause it
that was a hard thing, but I think that was the right thing for the
Yeah.
general group to do.
Yeah, and I still think we're in an okay position. I just thought it was
I hope so
interesting.
too. I hope you feel like you can trust me because I am
Oh no, I totally
being, transparent with you.
I know I can trust you. It's just like getting down to like Sophie people.
I know.
I definitely want to like lock something in to where
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable. This is a kind of a big question, but like between like Johnny and Brody, who do you feel like you would more?
Trust
Yeah,
Johnny.
yeah.
But I also know that Johnny has an allegiance to Brody, so that does make me slightly hesitant. I don't know how deep that runs, but I trust Johnny's word.
Okay.
I trust Brody right now, but he is starting to play a little more.
Yeah.
So I just have to. I'm staying
Little arm distance.
I'm staying, alert.
We could do
Don't still
something.
trust him.
We could do something.
I do trust Johnny.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could do something with the guys. And then,
I don't want to turn all the girls against us.
no, I know, but the way I see it is like, if we're working with the guys, I feel like Carlin's gonna be more loyal to us.
We gotta keep her.
Oh no, if she goes home, that's fucked. There's no way I'm voting her out.
I'm not voting her out. I want to
Caitlin
talk
still
to
has
her.
2 bank votes though.
I want to talk to her.
You think Victoria's?
Caitlin does not have 2 bank votes.
Oh, she used one?
She gave them to Johnny in the last round.
Just tell me straight up what you're gonna do, because I have to start planning out like my hilarious thing that I'm gonna say when I stand up to like plead my vote.
I don't know what I'm doing right now because I'm trying to figure out whose loyalties lie where. And I think the reason that Brody put Carlin up in the first place is because she has side alliances with like Patrick and them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how deep those run. What do you feel?
From what I feel is that
Who do you feel you have on your side?
at this point, I know that I have Victoria on my side.
Right.
I feel like I have Brody on my side. And hopefully you. Johnny is definitely on my side.
Okay.
It seems like I'm not going to go out this round. So, but again, let
I
me
don't
know
think
soon
you are.
so I can start
I'm gonna
planning
check in with.
my
I want to check in with Carlin. I want to check in with Brody one more time after the auction ends. But
yeah.
He really in the game. He was really knocking Carlin's stuff down, and then he put her up. And so I don't know.
She's
I don't know
really
exactly
sneaky.
what changed in his mind, but I think there's something on the side that people are getting wind of with Patrick and.
Yeah, I
Carlin
mean, that's
and
what I'm hearing,
Laura
that Patrick and Carlin are like thick as thieves. And I will say about Carlin, like, she's had me fooled like all day.
She's very charming.
Yeah. But also just like very understated and a really
Yeah.
good liar.
Yeah.
So
Why is this happening?
Yeah, so basically, Brody made a deal with Victoria or that group that he would put, I don't know, specifically me or someone from the group up, if that meant they would get off Johnny's back about voting our way. And so, yeah, he put me up.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yep.
So you're on the block at the expense of Johnny's back not being
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
That's dumb. Okay, if she takes herself off, then I'm gonna put Victoria up. So it would be you and Victoria. And out of our group, like the people outside of the fly trap group, I'm pretty sure you would have the votes to stay. At
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I don't know if it's even worth trying to get an uproot for me. I mean, I know that still puts you puts him in a position to put someone else up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would bet that she would outbid you anyway.
Yeah.
On that. So Lily probably
So-
gave her seeds.
We have. Does she have any bank votes still?
Shit, I don't remember. I think so. I think so.
How many bank votes do we have?
How many bank votes do we or they?
Do we have?
Brody has one. I used mine. So, yeah. I guess just get out there and make sure you're good with
Yeah.
people. You think you have Clay's vote to stay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I do.
Just making sure. Making
Who
sure.
else do I need?
Coming in hot.
Come on.
What are the vibes?
Obviously we want Carlin to stay.
Yeah, I don't know why you couldn't nominate her. That way she'd at least get a seed. To me, it was weird that it went up.
Because-
You can miss.
Because Brody would not nominate Victoria or Caitlin. He
Why?
wouldn't,
For-
because he had
Jury
Yeah.
minutes?
a deal.
What deal? Oh, they bullshit over there?
Yeah.
That's annoying.
So he couldn't. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, can I ask you, what was all that happening? Because from our perspective, it just looked like a lot of BS to get the same result.
The whole thing was that no one
no one wanted to vote either against the grain, right? Or no one wanted to, because like the thing was, if the votes didn't swing the way that everyone was saying they would, then I think that Lily was then threatening to like come and attack and brutalize. And so,
Okay.
right. So then everyone was just nervous about that, and I was just trying to make sure that like the two girls weren't, there wouldn't be bad blood going forward.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want that.
Yeah,
I wanted
that
to be
makes
more fair
No, yeah.
gameplay like it is, I feel like, now.
I respect that.
Because I was starting to feel division in the game, and then that kind of felt not cool, especially being so early on.
Yeah, I mean, I think our thing was like, they're a group of 3. They're the only group of 3 that were like pure, solid, tested. So like, it made sense for us just to get one of them out.
No, and I agree. I
Yeah.
think the strong player had to go.
Yeah, if she's in the
It was a
end.
massive
I was
threat.
voting for her.
She would have won.
Yeah, she would.
I'm always
Okay.
voting for her.
Easily.
Everyone.
So what are we feeling for like as far as who we want to see leave?
I don't have a strong preference. I think it will be Carlin, but I think it'll be Clay's vote.
Okay.
I think no matter what, it's going to come down to Clay, and I think Carlin's a more difficult choice for him than Maddie. Because I think if it was Maddie, it'd just be boom, bam, signed off, sent.
Is Caitlin gonna uproot then?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
And so it's going to, I think they know the votes enough to know that if they trust Clay, which I think they do, then they won't do it because they don't need to waste it.
So Carlin would be going. Okay. And I'm fine with that. I really don't have any attachment to her in this game.
I hurt her feelings
Yeah.
a little bit. She was like over by the pool. Maybe it's because it was like dimly lit, but
Why didn't you put up Maddie? Just out of curiosity.
because that would have been her 4th time in a row.
Yeah, it's kind of boring once that starts to
It would have been her
happen.
4th time in a row. And where does she truly lie? Like, if they make a good pitch to her, and we make a good pitch, which way is she going? I have no idea.
Exactly. Whenever you voiced concerns about Patrick earlier, it reminded me so much of Big Brother 18. Whenever Christian came to me and was voicing concerns about you to try to get me to target you.
No.
So I'm just trying to make sure that's not what that
No.
is.
Am
That
I
was
working
genuine.
with Patrick? Yes.
Okay.
Do I see him pass 2 more rounds? Hopefully not. So,
Come on.
yeah. Where we at? We just haven't need to catch up.
I know.
Because it's been like a round and a half,
Well,
and a lot
like,
of shit went down in that meantime.
Yeah, I feel like Carlin felt some type of way about you taking down her blocks, and then like she came back and felt some type of way about you going up, and I was like, no, it's fine. It's just something that he probably had to do, but it's well.
I'm gonna call the auction in a second.
Okay.
Yes. I was between Carlin and Maddie, and I told you this from the start. It was a Carlin and Maddie, because I promised both those girls that if they backed off of Clay and Johnny, then I wouldn't put them up.
That's fair.
That because I think that was a more important move than getting one of them out this round.
Yeah.
So that was what I told them, and I told them, look, I won't put you up.
I was still trying to get Caitlin out, right? I was still trying to get Caitlin out.
I don't care, honestly.
I would like to see her go, but if she
just
doesn't,
don't.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I don't know if she has the numbers.
I feel like if we get
It's gonna
Caitlin out,
it's gonna be a Clay pick, I think. I think Clay is the deciding factor here.
I just talked to Clay. He seemed like he was kind of on the fence because he has allegiances to both.
He does, and that's why I say it's gonna be a Clay pick, because I think you're voting Caitlin.
Yeah.
I think I can't vote. I think Johnny's voting Carlin. I think
Victoria's
Maddie, yeah, Victoria's voting Carlin. Maddie's voting Caitlin.
And does Caitlin have one back vote? Still? Because there were only 9
She
votes.
has
Did you use
2
yours?
bank
Did you use
vote.
yours?
She used hers. I messed up and didn't tell her not to, because they told me in line
Oh, that's-
that we were good.
Right now, I feel like such a hypocrite because I hated playing with Brody in BB18 and I hated how that turned out. But at this point, I feel like I have no choice but to work with him because there's just not many people that I've made a connection with in this game. But at the same time, I'm salty as fuck about that banked vote because I'm starting to think that Brody did that on purpose. He was very apologetic about it, but I think that he wanted me to waste it he wanted me to waste that banked vote. Like, he's being, you know, like, acting like we're in this alliance, but at the end of the day, I think he would just, like, banish me with no issue. So, I don't know, I'm just sketched out by that whole thing, and I'm really getting along with Patrick. So, I don't know.
I gave one of my banked votes to
Johnny,
To
because
Johnny.
you promises him.
yeah, and so I just put it in his hands because I needed a good loophole so that I wouldn't feel as bad.
Please, be careful.
And then I saved one.
Okay.
Because I like the numbers, I was gonna waste it.
And I know, and
Yeah.
I know that. And I knew, the thing is, I knew that it was gonna go that way, but I still voted for Maddie.
Me too.
Because sorry, that's just the way that it is. I knew the majority was gonna vote, but
Yeah.
and I know that puts a target on my back if like people know that, but also I wasn't gonna vote for Lily.
Yeah.
I just wasn't.
I didn't either. I didn't use all my banked votes because it wasn't gonna do anything, but I
Right.
voted for Maddie.
But now, Carlin is more of a like threat, viewed as more of a threat.
Mm-hmm. She's sneaky.
Yeah.
She's been like, she's been lying to me all day and I like had no idea. Which, I mean, it's impressive,
All right.
but like,
Yeah.
kind of scary.
Well, I think her and Patrick are doing that.
Yeah.
So I think that, and then together, I think needing to break that up is important.
Yeah.
I don't really know, like, I'm hoping that is the way that it's gonna go.
My goal at this point is just to work the camera as much as I possibly can.
She goes, and I love that goal for you.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna share that. Yeah, I'm not gonna vote for you, and I want you to know that.
Well, word on the street is that, and I don't trust anybody anymore,
Nobody.
so who knows? But the word on the street is that I'm not going to be voted out
Okay.
this round. So, you know,
Yeah. Live to see another.
if you want to
another
like
round.
join the cool group.
I mean, I'm definitely not gonna vote
Oh yeah,
out.
you already said that.
Yeah. So I don't know. You can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Even me.
All right. My timer for the auction went off. I see no bids. Would anyone like to change that? All right. So nothing is purchased this round. That's okay. Support small businesses. And that means our final nominees are Carlin and Caitlin. Good luck to you both.
Victoria is gonna vote for me, not, you know, for me to
same.
stay. And Clay,
Is he sketching you out or no?
he's not sketching me out. Like, I don't think that he's gonna vote for me to go home.
I think he just has to tidy up his loose ends.
Yeah, I think that you might want to talk to him.
I'm gonna talk to him.
Just
before.
because, like, yeah, I think he's just trying to, like, gauge. Honestly, I don't think he takes, like, my word for it when I'm like, yeah, I've heard this or that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what I know.
Yeah, I realized after it happened that like it's gonna be a Clay decision because I think the other 2 votes for each side are blocked,
Yeah.
and I figured Clay would keep you.
Yeah, I mean, he told me he's not going to vote for me.
I
I'm just
don't think
talking,
he
like,
would.
long term, like,
He's
past
just
this.
nervous.
Yeah. He just wants to know what's up.
Yeah, I think last round just shook him and he's trying to recover still.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I got detention so that I could just sit here and eat for a second.
Yeah, come on.
And give my brain a rest.
We're just talking about Clay and where he sits and just making sure he's good.
Is he?
From what we are understanding, I still need to follow up with him. I haven't talked since right before nominations, but
Okay.
I have no reason to think he's
Carlin
not.
did approach me and she was like, can I count on your vote? And I was like, and then somebody came in, so like I didn't have to like
Okay.
Oh, so you
go
didn't even
deeper
give an
into
answer?
No. Because all I said was, I said, I just want to make sure, you know, I don't want to ruffle any more feathers this
Right.
round.
Yeah.
And,
And from what I understand, if I voted for you, that would be ruffling the feathers.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
again, I wouldn't vote for you anyway, but
No.
So, I cannot compete in the next,
oh, that's how that works.
now that we've done Daisy Chain,
Oh, I didn't realize
okay.
that.
Okay.
boom, bam, done.
Okay.
Can I trust that each of you would keep me safe if you win? I know it's a little bit harder to ask of you just
Yeah.
because of everything.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to like make that promise
fine.
right now.
No, I understand.
Like I can promise you that I will try. Like
Yeah, no.
if the situation allows, then definitely. But I don't want to make a like solid promise.
That's fine.
'Cause, yeah.
no, I understand that. I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah. Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
that's happening and try to cover my bases as best I can.
For sure.
I'm trying to get a grasp on what's going on. Have you talked to Brody?
Oh yes, I didn't fill you in.
No. I talked to
Oh.
him briefly, but we got interrupted.
Yeah, he.
The only thing that I found out is that he feels like kind of threatened by, I think you and Patrick are very close. I've been saying like, I trust you, I got your back, all that stuff. Is there anything that I'm not privy to about y'all, or
because
is he being paranoid, or
he
what's going on?
well, he's definitely being paranoid. I've been nothing but loyal to
And I don't even think
him
he's
and
gunning for you
group.
necessarily.
He
think
told
he's just-
me he made a deal with, I guess, Victoria and Caitlin that he would like, I don't know, explicitly said he would put me up, but that he would put someone up from our group so that everybody would lay off of my brain's blanking.
I heard that too. He told me he talked to Victoria. He didn't tell me he made a deal with her or Caitlin.
Okay, well that's what he told me, and that's why I'm on the block. But like, I mean, I should have the votes to stay if everybody.
Yeah, I need to
Our
talk to
group.
Brody again. I just talked to Patrick. Obviously, he's not going to vote for you. I need to talk to Brian. I mean,
Brian.
oh my God.
We're both-
Johnny. Who's Brian?
Okay, wait, Johnny. I forgot his name for a second.
Johnny, I'm so sorry. I just
Okay,
have
well,
names.
will you vote to
I just-
keep me?
That is my
Because
plan.
Laura
I
said
just,
she would too.
I just need to know what everybody else is doing, making sure that I'm not like not privy to
I
something.
need to know. that's my
fuck
state right now.
All right, I just wanted to check in with you, see what
Oh,
was
I'm
going
screaming
on.
on the inside. Yeah,
I know
I'm
you
great.
are.
I'm
I know
great.
you are.
Thank you.
I'm gonna talk to everybody else. I told you I had your back.
Mwah.
That is my plan.
Thank you. I appreciate, and I have your back.
I will check in.
Okay, so who are you voting?
Caitlin.
Okay. I really,
Unless there's another reason for me to not vote her.
I don't really care either way. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not attached to either of them. I've talked to Carlin a little bit more.
Yeah,
but
that's the only reason I'm more inclined to keep Carlin.
She's still super low on my totem pole. Like, I could do without her, really. Yeah, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But it kind of sounds like they want her to go. More people want her to go. I think. Like, Victoria is definitely going to vote
Yeah.
to banish her. I think Clay will also.
Johnny
I never know what to think about
said
them.
that I think he had a conversation with her and said that he wouldn't vote Carlin. He would vote Caitlin.
Okay.
That's what it sounded like.
I mean, I would be happy if Caitlin would go too.
Yeah.
Because I have no connection with her whatsoever.
I have not. I've only spoken to her like a couple times.
Yeah.
I feel like the people that I've made alliances with before were more inclined towards keeping Carlin, but I don't know. I haven't spoken to them.
Yeah.
Can y'all fill me into what's going on actively right now?
My
Because Carlin
understanding,
is shook.
I put up Carlin because I need to start weakening Patrick. And I don't need you to be weakened in the process. So that was where that came from. That in
I heard
terms
that you
of
made a deal with Victoria and Caitlin, actually.
I did last time whenever we were over there.
Okay. Because you told me to talk to Victoria. I didn't realize y'all had like done anything.
No, whenever we were
So I wanted to make sure that was
right
true.
before the vote. I was
Okay.
like, hey, I'm
Alright,
not
alright.
either of you.
We're trying to figure out what people are
I'm trying to figure out the same thing.
doing.
Yeah, no, so that was what happened under the tree during the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, look, it's not a you thing, it's a overall thing.
Mhm.
And I'm not coming after you next round, and this is how I'll prove it.
Where do you stand on?
I am trying to go with the flow on this round
Okay.
because we.
What's the flow?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What's the damn flow? Well, look, here are 4 of the 5 votes right there.
Basically, I'm not trying. I don't want to ruffle feathers this round. I'm
Yeah.
trying to like be more calm.
So if I can get an idea of how everyone's voting, that's just kind of gonna have to vote this round.
How are you thinking you'll vote?
Honestly, the same, because I mean it's the first time I'm voting. I'm not trying to come in and like
But
be like,
if you had to do
hey.
it right now, who would you? Who would you say?
I'll be honest, that did come into play in the fact that you weren't going up. It's like,
What?
I don't want this poor girl to sit up on that block.
I stayed there for a long time.
Here's my thing. I'm definitely not trying to ruffle feathers.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
By
I
any
don't
means.
want to like
But
come
with
in
the
the
numbers
first time
that
that
we
I'm
have,
voting.
we still
like,
have to be smart about how
Yeah.
we're voting.
Agreed.
So
Yeah.
if we can
only thing that
possibly
I've
agree
talked
on
to Carlin
something.
more.
Yeah.
It's the only thing, and like Carlin saved me last time.
Carlin does have my word, but I do trust Caitlin infinitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Like she's drama, but that's why we love her on screen
Yeah.
and off.
Yeah.
And I know that she is finally getting a feel for the game, and she's, I don't know, I just feel like what she's saying like feels genuine, you know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I'm like worried about like what's happening behind me when she's there, you know?
I don't want to.
And I don't feel that with
I want her
Carmen
to stay.
necessarily either, but the fact that other people do makes me feel like, okay, did I like miss something? Or was I just like not
Yeah.
accepting something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These four and Patrick are y'all four. So I'm gonna here. I'll be
Patrick's
that
gonna
way.
have to keep Carlin.
Yes, no matter what.
Yeah, Patrick's
But
doing
I will
it.
walk away. That way y'all can discuss. So I'm gonna let
So,
y'all talk it out. and then
before
since
you
y'all
go,
actually- okay, yeah, ask questions.
Can you tell me what you want? You want to see Caitlin stay?
I would like to, just because I told them I'm not going after either of you,
Okay.
and so that's what I said to them, and I'm not gonna break that word because I'm gonna go through the pain of telling the truth when I don't need to. I ought to break it now.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's just where I stand.
Can we go for a walk?
We can totally go for a walk.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
Let's hear it.
is that okay?
What's your concerns? What's your concerns? What's up?
So obviously, Brady told me one thing, that he had like made a deal, and now I'm hearing that he's threatened by our relationship in the game.
Oh.
Who'd you hear that from?
Clay.
Okay.
That's weird.
So I'm.
Look, if I'm the reason you go home, fuck me, right? I'm so like I would hate if he's like using that as like an excuse to target you. Did you just not think that y'all are close? Because I thought we were all good.
I feel like he was not being genuine with me, which is extremely frustrating, especially since
We
he
just
looked me in the
talked to him.
eyes and told me what the deal was and that he wanted to be, upfront with me. And this is what he was doing, and I was like, you know what? I totally get it. Like, yeah, do what you gotta do. So now I'm like extremely frustrated.
He told me that it was just a pawn situation because he promised them, but I guess he wouldn't tell me if he's threatened by you and me. If he's pushing to keep Caitlyn, then in my mind that ensures that he's trying to bring them to the end.
I don't know why he would do that.
I don't know
That's not
either
good for his
because
game.
we're good. I mean, he would probably beat them. Caitlyn or
Well,
Victoria.
absolutely.
Maybe he's just trying to stay in their good graces. Like, he doesn't
But they're
want
not winning competition, you know?
to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about all of this.
Well, you know that I'm gonna go to bat for you. I have.
Yeah, I
And
appreciate that.
and I think if I tell Victoria the votes are your way, like voting for Caitlyn, she might do the same. Because me and her talked and we were like, we kind of want to stick with the majority this round. I think the big person is Clay. And when I talked to Clay, he seemed on your side.
Yeah, he seemed like that with me too, and he seemed genuine.
Okay, that's good. Because
But
Brody,
he's still like, I don't want anyone to switch up on me. Like, I feel like I've been loyal to you guys like this whole game, and I'm not saying I
No.
don't trust you because like you're definitely my
Yeah.
people, and I trust you. But I'm just thinking like, I talked to Johnny a little bit, and I was like, hey, like, would you be open like for me to stay? And he was like, yeah, like I'll do that, and like that was kind of it. Conversation.
Johnny is a little sneaky boy.
But like, he was like, I want to prove that I'm like on your side, like on the side of this team. So whatever I need to do to prove that, do I believe him? I don't know. But I really am not ready to go home, especially since Caitlin said I'm floating, which I completely disagree with. Let me just say that.
Did she?
Yes.
Yeah, in the game she said sus.
Well, moving forward, and if this is my last
It's
moment.
not. Don't say that. If you go home, then we're basically fucked.
I'm like talking about my death right now. If I do pass away tonight, get Birdie the fuck out. I'm serious.
Okay.
One, for this round specifically, neither of us are trying to make a big move.
No.
I am comfortable voting to keep Caitlin.
Okay.
If that is what the consensus is. I like Carlin, but if she has a side alliance that we're trying to break up, fine. Let's let Brody do the dirty work. You know what I mean?
With that.
Secondly, I trust you more than I trust anybody here.
Okay.
Literally.
I mean, I agree.
Honestly. Like, if I were gonna propose a final two, I don't know if you have one with
don't.
somebody, you would be my person that I would feel confident collaborating with, trusting, and being in the top together.
Yeah, I totally agree, and that's why I was for when Brody brought up the us four, because I was like, okay, perfect. That gives me and Clay, we're back here, and
That's
then
a safe way up.
and then boom.
That's a safe way up, and then figure out what we have to trim at that moment. You know what I mean?
Because again, then the jury votes
But
on the final three. And
and I trust Victoria too. I really do.
I do.
But you are more of a player. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I've been able to trust everything that you've done and swayed on,
Oh, wait,
and
one
same with
second.
me. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel
I'm
about you
totally
right now.
down for that. I would actually love that because I've been like feeling a little shaky not having any like set final two in.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we two work together, I don't think we can get voted out.
And if we got into a situation where something got sticky, I would feel more comfortable taking the bullet for you because you are a more worthy person to be in the top. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But just know I'm on your team.
Okay.
And
Okay.
You know,
and I
got
I'll
you.
make us swear I'll take you to the end.
okay,
Good deal. And I am voting for Carmen though.
I'm gonna do the same.
Cool.
Okay,
Awesome.
love it.
Brody said that he's more leaning towards wanting to get you out than Caitlin because he made a deal with him. I told him, I said, if everybody comes up with a general consensus, I would go with it. Like, at this point, nobody's, like, really...
You
been
don't
like-
want to do that. You do not want to vote me out.
No, she doesn't, but she also
I
doesn't
don't-
want to be
I
the
don't... This is the first time I'm voting. I don't want to come in and ruffle feathers.
She doesn't want to be the
because-
only one to vote to keep you, and then that be like
Because then they're just
Yeah.
going to come back and say,
people are
well...
gonna say, yeah, you didn't go with you didn't go with us, you didn't go with the majority, you went against us.
That would
So
mean Clay and Patrick would have to flip.
yeah, I don't think
You think they would?
Patrick? No, I don't think so. Clay, I don't even know where he's at right now, and I don't know where Johnny's at. either.
They were just talking to Brody. So I don't know what...
Where is this coming from?
I'm telling you
This
this
is
right now.
insane.
Telling you right now, if it wasn't for everybody else, you would definitely like 100% have my vote. But like if they come back and they're like, okay, then we're all going like this, I don't know. I was put in a hard position.
Yeah.
Because you can ask Laura. I legit told her earlier that I'd rather keep you than Caitlin.
Yeah, and I would rather see you stay right now.
Yeah.
Because I have no connection.
This is so frustrating. It's coming out of nowhere. I don't, well, no, I get the move, but like,
Yeah.
literally.
Well, let me go chit chat.
It's annoying. Okay. I just think I'm not a floater. I just want to get that off my chest. But also, I don't think I'm the biggest target in the game right now. So I'm not really understanding where this plot has come from. Like, why all of a sudden Brady is gunning for me and, like, made this deal with Caitlin and now suddenly wants to get me out and is trying to actively turn everyone against me. I've been nothing but loyal to him. So it's just frustrating, as if late.
Okay, so what do you think? Because you said it was probably Clay, and when I talked to him, it seemed like he was leaning Carlin like in her favor. But has that changed? I haven't talked to him.
He gave me the impression that he is very, very torn. And I don't know. Like, he kept asking everybody sitting down, like, where do you stand? Where are you voting? What are you voting? Is there a way it ties? Things like that. There's not a way it ties, but unless a bank vote is used, which I'm not using mine.
Yeah. Johnny's been pretty wishy-washy about both, so I don't know what he's leaning either.
I figured he was all for keeping Caitlyn.
Really?
I've
not known where his head's been out past like us.
Well, just because he was so wishy-washy voting out Lily is why I just assumed, like, hey, this would get him back on track, make him feel more comfortable again, that's where his brain would go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I thought would happen. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen. I haven't heard anything from him to change my mind. Now, both of those two did walk away just now and go talk.
I see them, yeah.
So who knows what they're discussing. Maybe they're trying to make their own move. And
I mean, if whatever they do, it's like,
it's not the end of the world.
to me, this is pretty inconsequential.
Can I jump in?
Yeah. We're just talking about what Johnny and
Because Johnny and Clay are talking, and I tried to like kind of get in, but they've been pretty like, let us have our little, so I don't know.
I think they're going to make the decision. And they just want to vote together because they have the majority pretty much right there because you're locked in and Maddie's locked in.
Maddie's not locked in.
No?
No.
I just assumed these things.
Carlin, no, she was just telling Carlin, like, she would like to keep her, but if it's not what the majority's doing, then she doesn't want to vote against the majority.
Damn, she get the first vote and she wants to vote with the majority. You love to see.
She could be an icon.
So, yeah, at this
I
point.
want to talk to Clay and Johnny just because I would hate to be like the one vote. Just because that'd be weird for.
Yeah, and for you and I, it's a little bit different because we don't have to.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, I just want to
I would
see what's
talk
going
with
on.
them.
Have you heard anything? Because Carlin is. Like, I'm a lot closer with Carlin than I am with Caitlyn.
Okay.
But I know you're probably the opposite.
Yeah.
So do you have any idea where like other people are voting?
Well, what was weird to me was that Carlin was in that whole group as well with like Caitlyn too. So like in the beginning. So I don't really know because I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, I thought that was
split.
weird because she was like with y'all when it came to like giving seeds for stuff. But I don't know. Maybe she was just like self-preservation because y'all kind of had all the power.
I don't know. But to me, I'm like really trying to play an honest game, and now
love
I'm
that.
trying to decide who's not doing that. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, I don't know who that is at this point, but you know.
Well, I am probably gonna vote to keep Carlin, and it's not a vote against Caitlyn. It's a vote for Carlin because me and Carlin have been close. And I guess maybe she got closer to me after she like stopped being that close with you guys. So I don't know if maybe I didn't see it that much.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I feel like I owe her that. But if the votes are gonna be extreme one way or the other,
Yeah.
I would, please let me know. And if I know, I can let you know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I haven't heard.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it's
are you
extreme.
like you're gonna vote to keep Caitlyn like, no matter what, or like do you want to try to be on the right side of the votes if it's there? You can come in.
Yeah, I would rather be in the loop as to
Okay.
like what people are doing.
Okay.
I'd rather know.
I'll
than
definitely.
just-
I'll
than
definitely.
just-
I'll talk to you.
That's what I was trying to figure out when you were done.
I
The general
Yeah.
consensus.
I
Right.
would like to keep Carlin, and I kind of agreed that she would like to keep Caitlyn. So we're like kind of split on that. I don't know what Clay's thinking. I think Clay's probably gonna have a lot of influence on this round.
Right.
And then you're voting. I don't know what you're thinking.
The only reason I would be more inclined to keep Carlin over Caitlyn was when Carlin did have a. Did you have it back last time?
Yeah, she was voting to keep you.
Oh my god.
And
I will
just-
watch
I
it whenever I'm
talked
not
more to
actively
her.
gameplay.
Honestly, in my mind right now, based off of like the people that I've talked to,
Yeah.
and just like the connections that I've made in the game, I would rather keep Carlin.
Yeah.
So, which is hard because like if everybody else is voting her out, I don't want to go back on my word for her. But I did tell her, I was like, if everybody is voting you, I don't want to come in and ruffle feathers.
Yeah, I feel the same. I don't want to see Carlin go personally. No. I don't necessarily want to see Caitlyn go either.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm still at a point where I'm not trying to take a stand against the rest of it, the house. You know?
Yeah.
I
But
just
like,
feel like the majority is with.
I just.
Yeah, sorry.
What are y'all thinking? Because I'm good with whatever. I don't know.
I don't know who has the majority. I was just saying.
We are.
I was just saying I don't want Carlin to go. I don't want Caitlyn to go. But it seems like Brody has taken a stand against Carlin, and
he hasn't been too forward with me, but like I'm pretty close with Carlin, so maybe that's why.
I know. And I also gave Carlin my word that I would keep her abreast of what was going on. But it seems like the majority is shifting away from Carlin now, but I don't have final confirmation of that.
Okay, so what are you thinking?
That is what I'm trying to figure out. I love Carlin, but I also like Caitlyn too.
yeah, that's.
And
We're all kind of agreeing that like it's still wise to go with the majority.
Yeah, and I talked to Victoria, and she said she would go with, even if it was against Caitlyn, she said she just wanted to be in the loop. So like if we all wanted to vote Carlin to stay, she might do the same. But it really, past that, I think, it's whatever we want. Like what do we think is best for us right now? And I'm open to suggestions.
I don't know.
I necessarily would rather keep Carlin in the game.
You would?
Yeah.
okay.
And I would.
Just because
I
I've
would
talked
love
to
that
Carlin.
too, but again, if you two aren't, like I'm cool with that as well.
I would rather keep Carlin, but I am nervous about Brody. I'm getting a little nervous. Because I don't know the
But
real
if we have
reason.
the numbers
Like
against
why he
him,
wants
or-
her. Yeah. I mean, I think we could just get through this.
And he told her straight up that he was going to do it.
But he told her like pawn, like all this other stuff. So it's weird that.
But that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we should just vote, and if the votes fall any sort of way, we can adjust. I feel good.
Okay.
I feel good with y'all.
Because who's voting?
Us four and Victoria.
Okay.
It is time, unfortunately, for another banishment from the greenhouse game. Carlin and Caitlyn, you are this round's final nominees. At the end of the ceremony, one of you will be leaving the greenhouse game. But before your fellow players vote to banish, you each have one last chance to make a stance, make a statement on why you should stay. Carlin, you're first.
Hey guys, I just want to say that I've thoroughly enjoyed playing this game with every single one of you. I respect all of you as a player. I've just had so much fun, and I'm really not ready to go home yet. So I hope you keep me around for just a little bit longer.
Thank you. Caitlyn, you're up.
Okay.
That was
Oh my god.
Flip that.
But if you keep me around, I can use those types of theatrics for you. I can bring that to the table, okay?
The fucking drama. Alright, thank you both. And with that, it is time to banish.
So I love my girl Caitlyn, and I told her that I was going to keep her in whatever I could. And I was upfront with Carlin saying that I was going to vote with the flow. I didn't want to ruffle any more feathers this one. So I don't want to see Carlin go, but that is who has to go.
And quick question, who is your closest ally at this point?
Well, right now, Clay and I have a little pact. He just talked to me about it, and I'm gonna run with that. But I'm also keeping Brody close to me, and I'm not sure when that's gonna get cut.
First vote. It is dark. It's dark outside.
Have a seat
Okay.
behind the table.
Hello.
So tell us about your vote and place the chip in the pot of the person you want to see go home.
Okay, there's nothing against this person, but I'm gonna keep my word. I'm keeping my word because that's the kind of person I am, and I do not want to see Carlin go. So I'm sorry, Caitlyn.
All right, thank you. One more question.
Yeah.
At this point in the game, who is your closest ally?
Probably Aurora Patrick.
All right. Good luck. Thank you so much.
Hello.
So walk us through your vote.
This is a huge vote for me. If it goes the way that I want it to, I will be in a really good position. And I'd have to pivot pretty hard if it doesn't go the way that I want. So hopefully Carlin stays.
All right, one more question. At this point in the game, who's your closest ally?
Oh, that's so tough. I would say Carlin, but it's starting to hurt me with how close people think we are. So like I think I'm gonna have to spend like a few rounds distancing myself from her if she does stay, because I don't want people pinning us as a duo. But people are also probably gonna go for her before they go for me, which is probably beneficial because I feel like I have better connections with certain sides. But we'll see. I also feel close with Laura and Ruby.
This was a hard one. There are words of Carlin having outside loyalties to other people in the game that are concerns. So I'm hoping that we are sticking to our word. And I'm gonna vote to eliminate Carlin.
Great. And one quick question.
Yes.
At this point in the game, who is your closest ally?
Johnny.
All right.
We do have a fresh final two. So I hope that stays.
Good luck. Thank you.
This was a very simple vote for me because I do feel as if people are saying that Carlin is not to be trusted. And I do think I can trust Caitlin. I think that she's been honest the whole time. So that's where it's going.
All right, and one quick question. At this point in the game, who's your closest ally?
I would definitely say my closest ally is Clay. I think I'd be surprised if he were to turn on me. I don't think that's gonna happen. But we'll see. I don't know.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Once I announce the result of the vote, the banished player will have a few seconds to say goodbye, pack up her belongings, hop on the cart, and have an exit interview with Brandon. By a vote of 3-2. Carlin, you have been banished from the greenhouse. Thank you for playing. Carlin is the next player banished from the Greenhouse Season 2. Who will rise to power next? Find out next time.